Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, 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 y'all. Real Housewives of Potomac Season 10, Episode 20 review. And this is the third part of the reunion. Finally. So we continued this from episode 19. And so the whole thing is that Monique, which is Mo, can't talk about, nothing regarding, her marriage with Chris or anything due to a gag order. And Stacy and Chris, it is so messy. And Cookie and Stacy too. Ugh. Wendy body language said it all. Like she was waiting for a confession from Stacy, and Stacy is really, really all up and down. Like for real, for real. So much mess. And in confessionals and stuff like that and all up and down. And Stacy does lie. True. And also it is to hide her dirty little secrets. And that has been confirmed gracefully next. And the hazing is grown women. And then, Giselle and Wendy and that damn sorority life. It's like, girl, stop it. Stop it, stop it, stop it. And it's like who is in one? Like who's in a sorority and who isn't at all? And it's like Giselle apologized finally to Stacy for not giving her the, correct size for their role. And then Andy asked about the group. And he said, well, if y'all were, in a group, a music group, who would be the Beyonce? And why Ashley gonna raise her hand? And I'm like, hell no, she definitely, I mean, Ashley can't sing. Hell, she really can't sing. So with that being said, her not being able to sing gracefully next, because she cannot. And Angel gets into discussing the Colorado trip, and Angel knew it was not good to have both Kiana and Tia stay at her home an hour away, and she knew it. Bottom line, on the room assignments as well, because I'm like, girl, the room assignments, and Kay felt like Giselle was wrong for for stepping in on the, and I said, yeah, she was. Uh-huh. But then Giselle said, of course, we need this, this answered to someone who was, not in no room with no water and all this stuff. So the thing is, they was in the house with no running water on this trip. And then Giselle was just pretty much saying that she need answers and stuff being made sense, for people who was actually in the trenches and actually didn't have no damn water. And they said, she said that she, um, she tried being I was like, girl, shut the hell up. Okay. And Angel apologized, and Giselle was not trying to hear it. I don't blame her. And then the water is running intermittently now. This what was going on, was running intermittently. And she never did come in and just check on the ladies and say, okay, is it running good now? Is it not running? What's going on? And then Angel said that she does not deserve all of what she is getting and all the vitriol and shit like that. And I'm like, yes, the hell you do. Because come on now. And she says that she has taken accountability. And no, she have not. Okay. She ain't take no accountability. And then the grand dame, which is Karen, shows up. Then Giselle says that this is what Karen needed to happen to learn from it. And Karen said that she was going to retire the term the Grand Dame. And she never retired the term the Grand Dame because she still think that she the Grand Dame and she still think that she the shit. That's the whole point. And then Karen said that, though, well, hold on. Then we get to Wendy, and Wendy tells Karen that it is good to see you on the other side of things. And then Karen, Karen don't like Wendy, even though they sorority sisters or what have you. Karen still don't like Wendy. Okay, and then it is asked by Karen to Stacy. Now, are you lying now? You ain't been lying because you was down last season. This season, then, oh, Stacy, I haven't lied. I haven't said anything. And then Kara said you lied about TJ. Then this season you lied about Chris, saying that you wasn't dating Chris, but it was rumored that you was dating Chris, and it was rumored that you was dating him, and it's showing that y'all dating. So which is it? Y'all dating or nah? And I'm like, oh Lord. And then Chris, I mean, so which one is it? And I did not. She said, I did not date Chris. Then Karen said that she will I'll give you grace, Stacy. I'll give you grace. Okay. And I will give you grace and a clean slate. And I'm like, the point is, Karen is not fully healed from her trauma that she got going on before she get to jumping down other folks' throats. I hate to say it, but she not. And the real issue with Karen was she was the one that was the colorist in the group. It wasn't just the green eyed bands. It just wasn't Robin and it just wasn't Giselle that was talking about Wendy. Karen is one that was talking about Wendy because Karen don't like Wendy. I told y'all. And then no one did not, call her, you know, and all this stuff. So Wendy getting to, you called my mom a witch. You called my mom a witch. Nobody just outwardly said that your mom is a witch. But the ladies were talking about it, saying that she was a witch and all this stuff. And then Karen was in on it too. And I'm like, "God." And it's like, really? Karen even Andy was like, "Come on now," because the camera talking about something. She really adores Wendy's mother, and she said, "I would never call her a witch," and this and blase, 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 blase. Karen, don't start that shit because you said something. Whether you mentioned and said it just outright that she a witch, but it was implied. Now, come on now, and then that's when Andy just started looking at Andy. Said, "Well, we're gonna move on." Andy thought, about, I'm like, and I'm like, no resolve or no resolution on it. So gracefully next. I mean, too much. And then Wendy was arrested, and the ladies and Giselle said that you have all these degrees. This is what Giselle said. She said you have all these degrees, and it's not. And how much for the Chanel is what was said to be in them emails. And then Giselle said not a smart crime at all. And all the footage talking about, okay, any more Chanels that we need to add to the lawsuit, any more Chanels, any more. And I'm like, Wendy, girl. And Angel then says, Wendy used me as a red herring. And Kiana said that Wendy knew what she was going through. And that's why she did all this and she did all of that to throw in her face and doing all the stuff that she did the way that she did it. And then Wendy and Eddie were doing too much. They were doing too much and all this stuff. Like, oh my goodness, my children just running down the hall, running in the house saying, are my children okay? And then I saw the police come. And then I saw this and I saw this and everything that I want us to know is, are my children okay? And I'm like, uh-uh. Mm-mm. And it just looks like she is lying. And it's very much like she is, on her way, very guilty, and she is on her way up out of being a member of being on the Housewives of Potomac. And then she talking about some buying designer items and returning them. I'm like, girl, you buying designer stuff and returning it. Okay. And then Wendy just looks too guilty and let things play. She said, "Well, we're just gonna let the things play out on the in the legal system." And then the whole point is she was talking too damn much, even on the reunion. And I'm like, Wendy, you talk too damn much. And then that's when Karen told her, she said, gracefully, you need to shut up. You really need to shut up because you're talking too much. And Wendy is definitely done for good. I just know she definitely done for good on this show. All right. And then Giselle said that I didn't even get a package this season. I'm like, you sure the hell didn't, Giselle. She didn't get shit. And the thing about this, Giselle didn't get no package because she didn't have nothing going on. She ain't had nothing going on at all. And I'm like, really, y'all? What is going on? What is wrong with y'all? This was a show that I used to always say that I want to make sure that I watch the Housewives of Potomac over Housewives of Atlanta at one point in time. And then I'm like, come on now, y'all. Y'all just brought the show down in the mud and all that. I'm like, come on, y'all. We trying to do something different. We trying to do something different. And the whole point is, I really, really, really pray for Wendy because that's some deep shit right there. If you getting like on the other side of the law and stuff like that, that's deep. That's very, very deep. And you just really don't want to play with the law like that. And I know for a fact you do not want to play with the law like that. You don't. Because the whole thing is you get caught up. You get caught up on the other side of the law and you just want to always. I mean, I just thought she was so much smarter than that, though. I really thought that Wendy was so much smarter than that. Because, I mean, I like Wendy well enough to say that I just thought she was smarter than that. And she got all them degrees, and I had to agree with Giselle. And I don't even care for Giselle. But, right is right and wrong is wrong. And I mean, she just had to admit, and she just gonna have to take her flaws and stuff like that, and everything that's going on. She just gonna have to admit that she just did the wrong thing, buying designer stuff, and then returning it, frauding and reporting it stolen and lost and all that stuff. All that stuff is fraud, baby. All kinds of fraud. Okay. And that was the Real Housewives of Potomac, season 10, episode 20. And that was the review, episode 3. I mean, reunion part 3. And this was my review, y'all. And like I said, this continued from episode 19. So I want y'all to do me a favor and like, comment, and subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel on today. This was my quick little review, and I told y'all I was gonna come back when Karen came back, and she was talking about shit, but she wasn't accepting no damn nothing. And Andy sitting up there looking at all them bitches like they was crazy. He was like, "Oh, what the hell? This is what I waited for. This is what I was waiting for. What the hell?" I'm like, "Yeah, Andy." Andrew, yes, that's what you were waiting for. But y'all have a blessed, blessed rest of your day. And see y'all later, my Jazzy fam. And like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Have a good one. Bye.